What's up? Welcome back to the Sorry I'm Not Home podcast. Dude, thank you for the people that listened to the first one. I know that I'll get like more listens as I go on. But like it truly does mean a lot to just see that people like listen and the people that have responded. It's super cool to see. So this week, man, I guess I'll start off with if you can't tell already, the audio is better because your boy fucked up, man. I spent way too much money on podcasting equipment, like including a full-blown like soundboard and mic stands and fucking mics, and I was like, yes, this is the shit. Like I need everything. That way I can do a sick podcast. Like I need the professional equipment to like make a professional podcast. And if you want to know what happened, I fucked up. I totally forgot that you got to like set up the mics. Like you have to make sure that like your computer is registering where the fucking sound's coming from. So last episode I set everything up and hit record and spoken to a fucking mic for 20 minutes just to realize that I was using the stock microphone in my computer. And it kind of just made me realize that, wow, I didn't need all this fucking shit to do a podcast, but hopefully this one sounds better. Hi, Oliver. He's trying to get up in here this time again. So what to talk about this week? Couple of things. One, I'm recording this on September 20th, and if you don't know, today is the first day of the Raid Area 51 day, or weekend, I guess. Somehow it turned into a full fucking weekend, like, festival. I'm going to take a drink. Yeah, because it's weird. Like, I remember, like, seeing it pop up, and it was maybe, like, there's maybe, like, 100,000, 200,000 people that, like, had already shown interest in, like, going to this event. And I guess there's a little bit of backstory for people that don't know. I don't know how the fuck you don't know. Some dude started a group on Facebook that was titled Storm Area 51, They Can't Stop Us All. And the thing with that is it started out as a joke. It 100% was like intended to be a joke, and it got out of hand really, really fucking quick. And it's just weird and like funny to watch because like like the majority of the population understood it was a joke. Like they're like, haha, this is funny. Like, yeah, they couldn't stop us all. Let's raid a fucking military base. And then like as it evolved and more people started showing interest, it like got to 7 figures, like 1 million people were interested in it. Then there was 2 million people interested in it. And then it caught like the news's attention. And from there, like, we then saw fucking the Department of Defense make a statement about it, and then watch the Air Force make a statement about it, and every fucking news agency covering it. And I just gotta imagine the dude that started it and was like, haha, this is a funny joke. Ho, cool. It like gained some traction, and then realizing, oh, fuck me, like, this is getting out of hand. There's no way in hell I don't go to jail for this. Because, like, I don't know if that falls into the category of treason, but I can definitely imagine that it, like, falls into the category of organizing a fucking, like, big trespassing event, I guess is the only way to, like, classify it. But nothing happened to the dude, and as of today, a shitload of people showed up at Area 51 because, even if it's a joke, if you get 1 million people interested in something, you're bound to have a good group of people that show up because they're like, haha, it's a joke, but I'm going. I considered it. Like, I looked at flights just to go out there to see what the fuck would happen because, like, either way, it's either you're going to hang out with a bunch of people that, like, have a good sense of humor, or like you're gonna watch a fucking full-blown massacre. And I feel like either one's entertaining, and yeah, so today, like, I guess a shitload of people were showing up. There's people in campers, people like that are vendors, and then it's turned into like a whole like music festival now, like right outside the gate for Area 51. Sorry, take another drink. But yeah, like it's turned into a full fucking like event, and the news was reporting like on site that there's supposed to be around 30,000 people that show up, which is fucking absurd, man. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like 1,000 people in one area, but 30,000, that's fucking insane. And then on top of it, it's like around the base is like a small rural town, and man, like it can't support that kind of like, not like, I don't know what you'd call it, like social like change. I don't know, fuck, you know what I mean. But like, it's crazy to think, man, that like just one person could fuck around and start like a whole event. And I was looking at the photos and like the news footage today because like I find it super funny, and like above all, I fucking love aliens and like alien theories. Side note, if you want to talk aliens, fucking hit me up, man. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's fucking wild to like watch something evolve like this and like see that many fucking people show up, because like, oh shit, that's what I was saying. I was looking at like the photos and like the news reports, and like you can just see the guards standing there just like watching, like, oh fuck me, like what a bunch of dumbass fucking kids. And like I hope to God none of them do anything, but like you can see there's just a little part in their head that's like, I wish they'd do something, like, I want to shoot somebody. They had a fucking helicopter hovering with a spotlight. They had dogs. Like, they weren't fucking around. Like, it's a joke online. Wow, can you hear Oliver? Holy shit. I can hear you too, but I love you. But yeah, like, it just like, I don't know, like it's a joke online, but like in person, those are fucking real like military dudes, you know? And so, I don't know, man, like watching it evolve is just so fucking cool. And like I love aliens, and I want to do a whole episode, like, or just bring it in as like a normal topic that like I talk about conspiracy theories. So, I mean, fuck it, like let's get into it. It's my fucking podcast, right? The whole Area 51, like if you don't know, it evolved from Bob Lazar. And this dude, Bob Lazar, was a scientist here in New Mexico at the Los Alamos National Labs. And basically, the SparkNotes version of the story is he got offered a job at Area 51. And in the process of doing that, skipping a lot of steps in the middle. Oh my God, Oliver, shush. Shush. In the process of doing that, like he feared for his life, so he started talking to the news about it to make sure that like his story was on a public platform. So in case he went missing, people were suspicious, you know? So that alone, like, and if you listen to his story, you kind of bounce back and forth and you're like, you're full of shit. But then at the same time, you're like, but if you're not full of shit, holy fuck, this is amazing, you know? And so, I don't know, man. Like, it's whatever you want to believe, but I love the concept of it. And, like, I hate that if it is a reality, that, like, it's being kept from us, because I feel like, yeah, there'd be mass chaos because of it, but at the same time, it would be so sick to just, like, know that there's more out there. And, like, in a sense, I feel like through shows like Star Trek and Star Wars and Futurama, it's like, it's lightly brought the ideas into our heads that like, holy fuck, like if that was possible, our world, like, I mean, I guess like our possibilities could be endless, you know? And so that's super cool to think about. And like, I guess that's why I have such an interest in the fucking whole Raid Area 51 thing. And like I said, like I really wanted to go, and like I literally looked at plane tickets. They were just too fucking expensive to like justify a joke, you know? Because that's really all it is. Like, you're not going for, oh, I'm gonna go travel and see like areas of the state and things like that. No, like you're literally going to just show up, be like, haha, wow, like other people showed up here, maybe bullshit for a bit and leave. Like, I don't know if that's really worth the like fucking $400, $500 plane ticket. So I'm just gonna stay up to date on the live videos, because basically at this point, like, it's like seeing it firsthand and just getting to skip to the best parts. Sorry about that. But yeah, like, I guess what else happened this week, man? In the concept of, I guess, like just theories and reality, I started talking to this dude at work, and he's a salesman, right? And we had this whole conversation about kind of, it started as like, what's the meaning of life, you know? And like, he like related it back to like it's a game, right? And to that I explained that it's a game that's set up not for you to win. Oh, just FYI, this might get dark really fucking quick. But like, yeah, it's a game that's like set up for you not to win. And because like I don't know if you can really win at the game of life, you know? Like in a sense, I feel like life's really short, and for some reason in our heads it's become successful, like have a lot of money and like have a happy family, you know? And in this conversation with this dude, we're talking about like, what is that? Like, how do you win? How do you win at life? And he said it's happiness. And in my head, I'm not really sure if that's right, because like, yeah, happiness makes like life worth living, but at the same time, like, is happiness like really obtainable? And like, this kind of just brought a lot of thoughts to my head, because I'm like, you know, is it like, is there ever an amount of money that'll make you happy? Like, say I hit the fucking lotto tomorrow, like, would I be happy? I don't know, man. Like, I think I'd be happy for a bit. Like, I think I'd fuck around and like spend a shitload of money and go traveling and like take Shay and Oliver just like everywhere, you know? But at the same time, I feel like that mental state of like not being happy would always come with me, you know? Like, I feel like money makes life easier, but it doesn't make it happy. So I feel like that's something you got to find in your own self. And like, I don't know if it's really, God damn, this is dark. But it's like, I don't know if it's really like obtainable, you know? Like, no matter how much fucking money that you spend or how much money you earn, it's like your bills become more expensive, your lifestyle becomes more expensive. It's like, essentially, there's not enough money, you know? And like, at the same time, like, millions sound great to somebody that makes thousands a year, you know? Like, I feel like we're always looking upwards. No matter how much like money and material possessions you have, there'll always be somebody above you that has more. And like, I feel like you look towards that. And like, whether it's like, yeah, you're successful, you're a businessman or something like that, like, there's always somebody that's outdoing you. And I feel like that's the sense of like competition in life. So like, I'm not really sure if that aspect of life is really like obtainable. I feel like I set out to make this podcast like funny, and now it's just crazy fucking deep, dark thoughts. But hey, like, I mean, if you made it this far, I feel like you fuck with me. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, where do you draw the line? You know, because like with like a fucking blah, 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 I feel like if I won the lottery, like, what the fuck would I do? Man, I would spend so much goddamn money on stupid shit that first year. Like, of course, like, this is like my favorite conversation to have with people is like, what's the first stupid purchase that you make? Of course, like, you get a house, you take care of your family, you get a car, you know, like, you get things to get you set up, you know? Of course. That's like an absolute, like, what you would do when you get like a crazy amount of money. But like, at the same time, there's gonna be the first stupid purchase. So like, I love to have that conversation, because like, I think to myself, what's the first fucking stupid thing I would buy? And in all honesty, for some fucking reason, I want a pirate ship, man. And there's just a part of me that's like, this will be fucking sick. But at the same time, man, I don't know how to drive a boat, let alone a ship. And like, where the fuck am I gonna go, man? I don't even like, well, I do like long road trips, but like, you just travel in the sea. Where the fuck am I taking a boat or like a ship, you know? And like, I have this idea in my head that I would get like an exact replica of the Black Pearl. But at the same time, it's not just the Black Pearl. It has a matching helicopter and a helipad, nice, helipad. And like, I just think that would be super sick and so fucking random. You know, uh, like who the fuck has a pirate ship? You know, probably for good reason. What the fuck else would I spend money on, man? I think that I, of course, would buy fucking cars because like I love cars, but I've always had this other dream that like I get my house and all of that. Well, this would probably have to come first because you have to build the house on it. I want an underground parking garage. Like, I'm talking full fucking Tokyo Drift parking garage underneath my house. I'd have to figure out how to, like, do the ventilation system. But, like, I think that would be so fucking sick. Just somewhere to drift and keep cars and work on them. Oh, that was sexy. I don't know if I'm rambling, but I'm definitely drinking. So, if you love this, let me know. If you don't, fucking let me know. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like lottery dreams are my favorite to think about because you kind of just fall into this like thinking, you know. And like, there's a part in everyone's head where they're like, "I'm gonna hit it one day. I'm definitely gonna hit it." And like, dude, my grandma's she's been playing the fucking lottery for like 70 years. Okay, well, that might be a little too long. I don't know, like 60 years. We'll round down. 60 years, man, and she never won more than maybe like $200 at max. And like that's a pretty good fucking win. But if you think about, let's say, $2 a week, 52 weeks a year, that's $104. $104 times 80 years. Oh, fuck me. Let's just round it down to 100. 100 times 80. 8,000-ish? That might be wrong. But you get my point. Like, you spent a shitload of money, you know, and at this, like, winning a couple $100 keeps you going, you know? Like, it's fucked up. So, let's see. I'm doing the math now. So, what did we say? 104 times 60 years. Yeah, $6,000. So, but yeah, like that, those little wins keep you going, and it's so fucking like, I don't know, exhilarating because you're like, oh, well, it's money I never had, so I might as well dump it back into the lottery. But like everybody wants to win the lottery, but I don't think that everyone should win the lottery. Man, this doesn't go with any of my fucking points that I wrote down to talk about, but I'm loving this. But yeah, like, I don't know if you ever thought about that, but it's like everybody thinks they should win the lottery. But it, like, if you really think about it, it's like, do you think you deserve like that kind of fucking money? Like, I'm not saying, are you a good person? I mean, literally, like, do you think you could handle that kind of fucking money? You know, like, you go from being a fucking nobody, like, literally making a paycheck to paycheck, this guy, and you go from that to, okay, essentially, you will never have to work again in your fucking life. But it all starts with one decision. Like, you either take the quick payout, which is all the fucking money just minus taxes and like a pretty large deduction. You know, it's essentially half of it. But, or you can take the 40-year payout. And I think it's 40 years. And so essentially, like, you have a salary for 40 fucking years. So you kind of tap into the greediness right there. Like, do you want the fucking money all at once? Or do you want a little bit more, but over 40 years? And I would say the vast majority fucking take it right up front. Man, like, you take the cut, you take the taxes, and you fucking bounce. Not knowing, like, you're going to pay taxes on it every year, you know? But yeah, it's like my fucking point. God damn it, dude. I can't ever remember a train of thought. But, like, do you think, like, you're the type of person that could handle that kind of fucking money? Like, I seriously mean it. Like, even if you were offered, like, 10 grand extra a month, do you think you could handle that kind of money? Like, I guess that's more reasonable. But, like, in your lifestyle, like, would you fuck around way more, you know? Like, would you still be responsible? And I'll be honest, like, there's a part of me that's like, nah, I don't think I could be fucking responsible. Not even in the slightest. I think I would blow that fucking money so quick. But then there's, like, another part of me that's like, you know what? Like, hi, Oliver. I don't even know if you can hear him through the mic now that I fucking got the sound set up right. But yeah, anyway, so like there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I would blow that fucking money and ruin all of this, and be broke in 2 or 3 years and be like, yep, I lived the high life, the Miller High Life, and then now I'm fucking back to ramen noodles and McDonald's trying to make it to payday again. But then there's also the other side of me that's like, you know what? Like, I think I'm smart enough and like responsible enough to open like businesses and fucking invest. But like, man, I don't even know how to do that shit. But I guess with money, you can buy people that know how to do that shit, God damn it. I really got off track there, man. I fucking love lottery conversations too. Yeah, I'll just kind of... we're getting towards the end of this podcast, so I'll kind of wrap it up that it's like... I kind of want to talk about the soundboard thing again. Like I had this dream of fucking starting a podcast somewhere that I could just kind of vent things that I was thinking about, work through ideas, all kinds of shit. And in the process of doing this, I'm kind of realizing that that doesn't fucking make a difference, like if you wanted to do it, if you wanted to start it, you don't need the best shit, you just do it, And so I'm thinking that I didn't really need to buy all this shit, but I did. So I got it now. But at the same time, it's weird doing this, man. Like I thought about it last week, but I didn't really want to talk about it. So I'll talk about it this week, that it's like I'm literally staring at my fucking computer, watching the sound waves of my voice, and just like looking at the time, like, oh fuck, like I gotta keep going or I gotta stop, and it's weird because like somehow I'm continuing to talk, but I don't remember a goddamn thing that I've said. Luckily, it's being recorded, and it's a cool feeling, but it's weird because like people are gonna hear this conversation. And then at the same time, in real life, I'm literally talking to the fucking wall. Like, if somebody was looking through my windows right now, they would be like, you're fucking insane. And I really wanted to, like, record this podcast, like, with a video this time, but my camera battery was dead, so I guess that'll be next week or something. I don't know. I think it'd be a cool, like, thing to see is, like... No, I don't know. You get what I'm saying. I think it'd be entertaining to watch. But I guess we're coming to the end of this podcast. If you do like this, if you got any ideas or anything, hit me up on social media at Jake's Pampin. I'm always open to ideas or any criticism or just like advice, or topics to talk about. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Or I'll call you. I don't fucking know. Bye.